This Friday, we will have a monthly expiration for options. What does it mean? It means that, yes, we do have weekly, daily strikes, but usually the bigger volume is for monthly expiration when it comes to options. And this 31st is expiration day. And for Ethereum only, we're going to have almost $4 billion in open interest that is going to expire on this Friday. So let's analyze the data. In this way, you can understand how to prepare yourself and what to expect. ETFs this, ETH that. A lot of people are talking about ETFs, even myself included here in the videos. But what you have to know is that people have been pricing in or speculating on top of this event. And you can also do that as well. Today, we're going to be looking at a lot of data. So this could be a little bit more dense of a video. If you don't like a lot of data charts, maybe this video is not for you. But again, we're going to be showing everything that you must expect from options and from the market itself, mainly for Ethereum, because Ethereum is kind of the star of the show right now because of the ETF, but also for Bitcoin. We're going to be going over some Bitcoin data as well. So as I said in the beginning of the video, for Ethereum only, we're going to have on May 31st an expiration of almost 500,000 calls with a notional value of $2 billion. And for puts, 400,000 contracts for puts expiring on May 31st with a notional value of $1.7 billion. And you can see that we have a majority of calls over puts here for May 31st. And if we go here, we can actually see how much that is. We're actually 42% of the people that are doing options, they are buying calls. 27% are selling calls. So this could be as a passive income way of doing things, or this could be that they speculate that the market's going to go down. There's a bunch of reasons why people would sell calls. Maybe they believe Ethereum is overextended, so they're selling calls. Whatever the reason is, we have the majority of calls on top of puts. For puts, we have 15% that are buying puts, so they are bearish, and 14% that are selling puts, meaning they are bullish. They believe Ethereum will even go higher. And something that you might notice here is that by the 28th of June, so the following monthly expiration that we have, so June 28th, we have even more options and even more bullishness. So for calls, we actually have 600,000 calls by then. And we also have 330,000 calls for puts. And the notional value of these calls are $2.5 billion against $1.5 billion for the put side. And you can see most of them are calls over puts. There's a lot of calls, and the puts are even lower than the current puts that we have for this expiration, meaning that there isn't a lot of bearishness for the market by 1 month out. So maybe there's more fear now than it is more fear in the future for Ethereum. So how does that compare to Bitcoin? So if we switch to Bitcoin right here and we go for expiration, the same thing applies for Bitcoin. There's way more bullishness towards the next month out than right now. But again, still a lot of options being traded, a lot of options that are going to expire by this Friday. And it doesn't even come close to the other days. You can see for the 28th, we have just millions of dollars. For the 29th, it doesn't even show here. The 30th doesn't even show here. But for the 31st and the 28th of June, there's a lot of volume here. Almost 3 billion on one side and 1.6 billion on the put side. So with a lot of open interest that is going to expire by this Friday, you have to think, how can you also be part of this group of people, and how can you also profit from the data that you just saw? Well, you can look at these statistics to take a stand. Most of these guys are buying calls. Should you buy a call as well? Well, this is up to you if you believe the masses are right here. Again, when it comes to options, options are not utilized by the masses, actually. Options are believed to be very difficult. So whoever uses options, especially in crypto, they tend to be more advanced traders, so to say. So does it make sense for you to follow along and also buy calls? Does it make sense for you to sell calls because you believe the market is overextended? Whatever your idea is, you can base it on data from these platforms that I just showed you. We have Greeks.live, for example. We have the block where it shows data for open interest for options, and you can take a side. If you're bearish or bullish, you can go that way. So that being said, there's a lot of bullishness. So what can you do? So if you head over to the topics here, what you can do with the options tab, you can choose between Bitcoin and Ethereum options. Because we are more focused on Ethereum right now, close to the ETF news, still having a lot of volume because of the ETF news, we're going to go for Ethereum. So we could go the May 31st here, but because there's a lot of volume happening, a lot of volatility happening there, this could be profitable for us to get an IV spike for June 7th. So most likely on the 31st, there will be a lot of movement on Ethereum, or at least a lot of volume on Ethereum, and that should bring up the implied volatility. And that could be good for us for June 7th, for example. So let's go to June 7th, and right now we are at 3,900. So let's go around. So let's go find the 3,900 strike, maybe the 3,850 right here. The break even is going to be 41.23, a little bit extended, but that's fine. Let's do 1.5 contracts right here for June 7th. So now I'm going to pay $414, and this will give me 1.5 contracts of Ethereum that if it is above the 41.26 break even, then I will be profitable. And whatever price it goes above this break even, it will mean more profit for me in the P&L. So let's open this position right here. Yes, and the position is open. If we scroll down right here, we can see it at the bottom and still doesn't have the P&L because it needs to calculate. It takes a little bit of time to show the sell button, the P&L, all that good stuff there. So that is a bullish bet that we took on Ethereum. Let's see how it goes. 400 bucks. If that doesn't go on our way, we can still make it by going on an earn tab. For example, this is something that I enjoy a lot, which is doing the vertical spreads. And here, for example, we can go for July 26. And if we believe Ethereum will be above 2,900 or above 3K, we can open these just to make a little bit of income across this month and a half, almost 2 months here. So basically just a way to make passive income or to make a little bit of a drip back into the portfolio, especially with these more safe here, 6.5, 9.1 across 2 months. They are very safe in my opinion, especially because Ethereum is spiking a lot right now. So these could be good opportunities for us, or even going the other way around. If you believe it's going to go down because it is overextended, you can go the other way around and maybe sell 3,700 or 3,500, whatever it is. Again, this needs to fit your criteria of what the market's going to do in the following weeks or months, whatever the expiration that you choose from. So where do you think the market is going to be by the next expiration? So the 28th of June, do you think Ethereum will be above 4K? Do you think Bitcoin will be above 70K? Well, let me know down in the comments. I kind of shared my opinion in the last video, so I think we're going to be in a sideways market for a bit. We could see Bitcoin reaching 70K. We could see a 4K Bitcoin. But again, I believe that if they do reach these numbers, it would only be to test and then go down again, at least for the next 3-ish months or so. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you on Friday. Peace.